Welcome to this week's Dose of Emuna for Shabbat Kodesh. Adding value. Halacha restricts our movement on Shabbat. In fact, is any type of melacha, any type of creative work that adds value, adds some sort of a component to increase the value of something that we're doing. For instance, if we write on a piece of paper, well, that increases the value of that piece of paper. If we put our thoughts into a certain idea, that increases the value of the idea. So the idea of the halachot, of the 39 melachot of Shabbat, is that we're supposed to restrict the idea of adding value to anything that has already been created. So we're supposed to leave everything at its current value and not change it by adding value to it. That's something that we're not permitted to do on Shabbat. So on Shabbat, we're supposed to leave the world alone. I would like to ask the question, how many of us take the time to just stop and listen and not have this desire to add something to that which we experience? Does any of us really pay attention to how many times we simply stop to talk just to begin to listen? And that's what the Torah really is reminding us to do on Shabbat. It's teaching us what it means to listen, to stop intervening in the world, to stop interacting and trying to improve and to do, but to stop, right? Shabbat is the day of Shabbat, Lashevet. It's a day to settle our minds and to be able to experience the idea of completion. How? By not adding anything to that which is already. So in other words, it's in this world. It is in this world where we're able to continue to become different, to grow, to develop. Yet in the world to come, we can't get any more. In other words, we go from this world, from doing, to the next world of having. So the idea of Shabbat is to know that we cannot change. In the world to come, we will not have the ability to change anything. We can't add any value to that which we have done. It is already done. It's the time of having. And so Shabbat reminds us that ultimately the goal of this world is to have and not necessarily to do. And that is a very, very powerful message to make sure that we instill and internalize in us in terms of appreciating the idea of stopping, to appreciate the idea of not adding anything to that which is. And Be'ezrat Hashem, with that, by understanding that everything that we have on Shabbat is already set in value, and we have no need to add anything or improve or try to change anything more, that will give a sense of relaxation and acceptance that will follow us for the following week, Be'ezrat Hashem. So I'm wishing everybody a fantastic Shabbat Kodesh.